Dear citizens of the world, let me first wish you a good and peaceful New Year 2018. I want to define as the most important goal for 2018 the overcoming of geopolitics. Geopolitics has been the cause of 2 world wars in the 20th century. And it should be clear to everybody that in the age of thermonuclear weapons, war cannot be a means of conflict resolution anymore. Geopolitics is also based on the outdated thinking of Cold War and of a zero-sum game. That is the idea that if one country wins, the other ones have to lose. It is the wrong idea that it is legitimate to pursue the interest of a nation or a group of nations against the interest of others. Now, fortunately, China has put on the international agenda a new concept of foreign relations, of relations among nations, a win-win cooperation to the benefit of all. Now, the reaction to this has been mixed. China has offered this to the United States and also to European countries to cooperate. Some have reacted enthusiastically because they see the benefit of cooperation in this field of infrastructure and other areas. For example, Central and Southern Europe have reacted very positively. Many developing countries are on board. Altogether, more than 70 countries are already part of this new paradigm. But some others have reacted with hysteria, which is increasing right now because they see the rise of China and they know that this is a more successful model, which is more attractive to many countries in the world. They claim that the China model is a threat to Western democracies. But maybe the Chinese are doing something more correctly than these Western democracies. After all, China has developed or moved 700 million people out of poverty. And they have declared that they want to bring the remaining 42 million also out of poverty until 2020. China even has pledged to eliminate poverty worldwide until the year 2050. Now that obviously would mean that Europe has to overcome poverty for 90 million citizens who are living in that condition, and the United States about 42 million. This is absolutely possible if they cooperate with the new Silk Road. Now, one of the biggest challenges for geopolitics to be overcome is the outcome of the fight in the United States, where you have right now hearings in the Congress where the unbelievable collusion of the Obama administration, the Hillary Clinton election campaign, the Democratic leadership, the Obama heads of the secret services, or the heads of the secret service from the Obama administration, in collusion with British intelligence, have clearly tried to steal the election from Trump in 2016. And if this all comes out and Trump is successful in his efforts to re-establish a decent relationship with Russia and China, which was the first reason for Russiagate, then indeed a new era of civilization can start. The cooperation of all nations with the new Silk Road is also the only way how we can prevent a crash of the financial system in 2018, which, if it would happen, would be much worse than 2008. It would require to end the casino economy in the West, to go for a Glass-Steagall banking separation, establish a credit system, and then cooperate with such banks as the AIIB, the New Silk Road Fund, and others to go into the reconstruction of the real economy. This is not only important for the United States and Europe, but especially if we want to reconstruct the Middle East after many years of horrible wars, which were the result of interventionist policies, regime change, color revolution, then we need to cooperate with China and the new Silk Road to extend that conception to the Middle East. The only way how we are going to solve the refugee crisis in a humane way, in a human way, is to cooperate with China in the economic development of all of Africa. If we do that in the coming year, we have the potential for incredible breakthroughs for world peace, but also in the area of science and technology, where, for example, real breakthroughs in the accomplishment of thermonuclear fusion power are on the horizon. If we succeed in this, then we can have energy security and raw material security. If we combine all of this with a dialogue of cultures where each nation represents the best tradition of themselves so that the others can know about it, I'm absolutely sure that this will result in love for mankind. So there is all reason for optimism for the coming years because solutions do exist. Let us just implement them, in a decisive way. Have a good year.